Here's another tip for you. Yes, it's all about tips. Hey, whenever I have something to say, I'm going to have the video camera there right close by to show you. Okay, because I'm in a closet, and because there's the edge banding for the cleat material for the shelf. Okay, and because I'm putting semi-gloss in here instead of flat, I put 2 coats of paint on the actual wood. You put 1 coat and you think you've got it covered, and it's a good thing I had my construction light here because I could see where it was minimal. It's very difficult to cover perfectly. I don't care what kind of paintbrush you have, with 1 coat of a different color of semi-gloss on wood cleat material in a closet. Do you see what I mean? And for that matter, I went ahead and went around that again, the face, just the part that you can see, and then the edge of the particle board shelving material up here. Okay, just because I could, and because I had the paint out, and my 2-inch little cut in throwaway paintbrush, yeah, it did fine. Around all this, yes, I had to do that twice. Then you've got to decide if you're going to paint. If you're going to paint the metal bracket, I decided just to paint that, just this part, leave this white and leave this other thing up here white, this white, because I'm leaving these things white. I think somebody painted these once upon a time, but I'm not going to paint those. Okay, I went around them, and I even painted the little closet pull ends, and did that. And you got to also remember, when you're painting with semi-gloss paint, whether or not it's this or on your wall or whatever, the semi-gloss has a chance to run more easily than eggshell or flat paint. Okay, so you just have to kind of have to look at things, you know, do a once over on it, and do the best you can. Hey, this is not my house. This is not my condo. Okay, it's a friend's condo, vacation. People come in here all the time. Do they really care how good this is painted? Probably not. They're going to have stuff shoved in here. The cleaner's going to have all this stuff in there. This basket, this other blow-up mattress, big old thing's going to be shoved into there, marking up the walls and stuff. Extra pillows up there. Do they really care how well this is painted? Probably not. Okay. I wasn't even going to paint the closet. I told Michelle, I says I may not paint the closet, and if you're stretched on time, that's maybe one thing you might want to do. Okay, I'll do it later. I'll do it another time when I've got more time. But as it is, I only have 2 or 3 days. I want to get the rest of the condo painted, and I'll drop back and do the closet later. I'll drop back and do the bathroom later. The guest bathroom, the half bath downstairs, something like that. You could always do something like that, you know, as a thought. Okay? Just giving you tips to do a good job with your painting projects. Now here's one more tip for the time being that I want to share with you. Because I've got the oak, nice stained door jambs, door casings, for the closets, for the doors, for the windows, and all that kind of stuff. I want to, when I get all done with this job, one of the things I'm going to do is take my scouring pad and my water and just double check along here and see if there's anything major that looks like I might be able to clean it off. As it is, there's one little spot right there. I don't think I hit that. I think somebody else did that. But if there's just a couple little spots like that, maybe I can take a putty knife or something and clean it off, or a scouring pad or something like that. But for the most part, most of this stuff's good. Now see right there, I don't think I did that, and I'll try to take my my scouring pad to it, and if it comes off, then obviously that'll mean that it was from me with the paint roller as I was going up. Maybe I tagged it and didn't realize it. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to do that at the end of the job. And if I left it, look where it is. It's next to the bed. And is anybody ever going to see that? Probably not. But if you're good at it, it's just gonna increase your knowledge and being a better painter. Do you see what I mean? Here's a little bit right there. Just that little bit. I don't think I did that one, but it almost looks like the same color as that. But how on earth did I get just one little spot like that? I don't know. But see, anything like that, I'll just look on here, and obviously anything eye level or up above is what people are going to see, you know, or next to the door frame. Next to this door frame as you're going out. Obviously nobody's going to see the back side of that door frame. Nobody's going to see the edge of this. This is right as you walk in walk out of the bedroom. This edge. Do you want to have it make sure it looks nice and pretty after you cut in? And if you're cutting in, and if you get a little bit on there, you can take a damp rag or a sponge or something like that and wipe it off. And if that starts getting too tedious for you, you might say, I'll clean that off. I'll do a once over, kind of like VideoJoe suggests, and get it then. Then you don't have to stop. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so as I go, I'm going to be aware of that. That's just one of the things on my things to do. And if I wanted to, if I didn't think I could remember, I could take a punch list and I could start writing things down. Touch up. Check touch-up paint at the end of the project for the entire job. Check the edges of the door casings. You know, whatever you happen to see. Okay, and if I was doing this now, granted, vacation condo renters were here just before I got in here. Okay. But Michelle, she's going to have a cleaner come in here when I get all done. Obviously, I'm gonna clean up my, you know, any paint droppings I happen to see on the tile floors or anything like that, and do the best I can. But and me knowing that they're going to come in here and do everything else. But before I set up the bedroom, because there's a vacuum here, I'm going to vacuum the floors in here because they can't get underneath the nightstands, underneath the dresser, underneath the bed. And then I'll probably vacuum the closet so that when they put all this stuff back in, you know, I'll do a couple things, okay? But as for washing mirrors, washing the countertops off and all that, I'll make sure that there's no paint droppings anywhere or anything like that. But if this was all set up and somebody was going to come back in here, I would have to do my due diligence and check everything out and try to leave the place in better condition than it was before I got there. Okay, stuff like that. All right, I guess I better get busy once again.